Welcome back to Bike Academy, your one-stop destination for everything on two wheels. Today, we are diving into the legend that rewrote the rulebook of Indian motorcycling, the iconic Yamaha RX100. Whether you're a hardcore vintage enthusiast or just getting to know this classic beast, stick around as we break down its design, performance, features, comfort, and why it still holds a cult following decades later. Design and styling. The Yamaha RX100's design is a masterclass in simplicity and function. With clean lines, a compact stance, and a chrome-laden look, the RX100 reflects the design sensibilities of the 80s and 90s. Its round headlamp, minimalistic fuel tank with subtle Yamaha branding, and a long flat seat give it a vintage charm that's impossible to replicate. Despite its age, the RX100 continues to draw attention on the roads, proving that style doesn't always need complexity, it just needs character. Engine and performance. At the heart of the RX100 is a 98 cubic centimeters, air-cooled, two-stroke engine that delivers around 11 horsepower. Now that may sound modest by today's standards, but this bike was all about punchy performance in a lightweight frame. The power-to-weight ratio made it a street legend, especially among young riders who craved quick acceleration and that unmistakable two-stroke exhaust note. The RX100 could easily touch 100 km per hour, making it a rocket of its time and a benchmark in the commuter segment. Features and technology. The RX100 wasn't overloaded with tech, far from it. In fact, its raw, no-frills approach is part of what made it special. There were no digital consoles, ride modes, or electronic gimmicks. What you got was a simple analog speedometer, a fuel tap, kickstart, and basic switchgear. But this mechanical purity meant the bike was incredibly easy to maintain, modify, and tune, a dream for gearheads and tinkerers alike. Comfort and ergonomics. Despite its sporty DNA, the RX100 didn't compromise much on comfort. Its upright riding posture, soft suspension setup, and long, padded seat made it surprisingly commuter-friendly. Whether zipping through traffic or cruising through winding roads, the RX100 offered an engaging yet relaxed ride. It wasn't built for luxury, but it hit the sweet spot between performance and practicality, especially in the Indian context. Conclusion. The Yamaha RX100 may no longer be in production, but its legacy is far from over. It represents an era where motorcycles were raw, responsive, and full of soul. For many, it was their first love on two wheels, for others, it remains a project bike, a collectible, or even a daily runner. At Bike Academy, we salute the RX100 not just as a machine, but as a movement that shaped India's biking culture. If you've ever ridden one, you know, the RX100 wasn't just a bike, it was an experience.